Let me tell you something most people refuse to accept. The real enemy in your life is not the world, not your situation, not the people around you. It is you, your own decisions, your own patterns, your own excuses. Every single day, you are not just living life, you are choosing it. And those choices are either building you or breaking you. Think about it. You say you want success, discipline, a better life. But what are you actually doing daily? You delay what matters. You get distracted when things get hard. You choose comfort even when you know it is costing your future. That is self-sabotage. Not dramatic, not loud. Just silent decisions repeated over and over again. So ask yourself this. Why do you keep choosing comfort over growth? Why does the version of you that wants more keep losing to the version that wants easy? Because inside you, there is a fight happening every single day. One version wants discipline, effort, and progress. The other wants shortcuts, ease, and escape. And here is the truth you cannot ignore. One of them is winning right now, today. And if you are not careful, it is not going to be the version you are proud of. Let's go deeper into the truth most people avoid. Your habits are quietly deciding your future long before you ever see the results. Not the big moments, not the rare bursts of motivation, but the small things you repeat every single day when no one is watching. That is where your life is being built or destroyed. Your daily patterns always reveal your real priorities. Not your words, not your plans, your actions. You can say you want success, discipline, or a better life. But then you scroll for hours, delay the work that matters, quit when it gets uncomfortable, and avoid anything that demands effort. That is not harmless. That is silent destruction happening in real time. Let me ask you something. If someone watched your routine for a week, would they believe your goals? Would they see ambition? Or would they see comfort taking control? Because here is the truth. Habits are not neutral. They are directional. They are either building the person you want to become or slowly pulling you away from it. And here is the hardest part to accept. No one is forcing these choices on you. No one is holding you back. You are choosing them every single time. So stop saying you are stuck. You are not stuck. You are repeating. Let me tell you something you need to hear clearly. Excuses feel safe, but they are silently destroying your progress. Every time you use one, it sounds harmless in your head. I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not the right time. But in reality, you are not explaining your situation. You are delaying your future. You are choosing comfort over change again and again. Think about it. That short moment of comfort you get from an excuse costs you something long-term. Growth, opportunity, confidence, progress. You trade all of that just to avoid discomfort for a few hours. But here is the truth. Discipline hurts now, but regret hurts later forever. And regret does not go away. So ask yourself this. How long are you going to keep negotiating with yourself? How many times are you going to argue with your own potential and still expect a different result? And really think about this. Who benefits when you make excuses? Not your future self. Only the weaker version of you that wants to stay comfortable. Excuses are not harmless. They are a self-made prison that looks like protection. They make you feel safe while quietly keeping you stuck. And if you keep living like this, nothing will change. Not your habits, not your results, not your life. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for perfect timing. The turning point is simple. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment your life finally starts moving forward. Let me be honest with you. Discipline is not something you feel. It is something you do when you don't feel like doing it. That is the simplest definition. Action without emotional permission. Because if you only act when you feel ready, you will never stay consistent in anything that matters. Inside you, there is a constant war happening. One side wants comfort, rest, and ease. The other side wants growth, progress, and something better. And every day, your choices decide which side wins. Not once, not occasionally, every single day. So ask yourself this. Are you controlled by your mood, or are you controlled by your purpose? Because if your mood decides everything, your life will always stay unstable. One day you move forward, the next day you disappear. That is not progress. That is repetition of weakness. Now think deeper. What would happen if you stopped depending on motivation? If you stopped waiting to feel ready? That is where real change begins. Not in feeling action. Small actions, you repeat it again and again. Create a system that slowly transforms who you are. And understand this clearly. Discipline is not talent. It is training. It is built, not given. Every easy choice today creates a harder life tomorrow, and every hard choice today builds an easier life later. So every action you take is training something inside you, either control or weakness. There is no neutral ground. Let me tell you something most people don't realize until it's too late. Losing to yourself does not hit you all at once. It does not scream. It does not warn you. It builds quietly, day by day, choice by choice. And by the time you notice it, the damage is already deep. Missed opportunities start stacking. Small chances you ignored, small efforts you delayed, potential that never turned into action. And slowly, that turns into something heavier. Regret. Not loud regret, but quiet regret that stays in the background of your life. And here is the truth you cannot escape. Regret is heavier than effort ever will be. The discomfort of discipline is temporary, but the weight of regret stays with you. It follows you into every stage of life. So ask yourself this. What will your future self think about the way you are living today? Will they be proud of your decisions or disappointed in your delay? And how long are you going to keep postponing your own life, thinking there will always be more time? There won't always be more time. Time does not wait. And excuses don't slow consequences. They only make them worse. And understand this clearly. There is no one else to blame here. The cost is fully personal. Every delay, every excuse, every avoided action is still a decision you made. So remember this, every time you say not now, you are still choosing something. You are choosing to stay the same. Let me tell you something important. The turning point in your life does not start when the world changes. It starts when you stop surrendering to yourself, because nothing outside of you has to shift first. The real shift begins inside, in your decisions, in your actions, in your standards. You don't need a new life. You need a new agreement with yourself, a decision that says, I don't break my own word anymore. That is where change begins, not in dreams, not in waiting, but in commitment. And keep it simple. One decision at a time, one habit at a time, one action repeated until it becomes who you are. That is how real transformation happens. Not overnight, not in theory, but in repetition. So ask yourself this, what if today is the day you stop negotiating with yourself? What if you stop arguing every time you need to do something difficult? What if consistency is the only thing you have been missing all along? Because consistency changes everything. Small wins start to stack, and when they stack, they build momentum. And that momentum slowly reshapes your identity. You stop being someone who reacts to life, and you start becoming someone who leads it. Let me be clear. Discipline is not dramatic, it is not emotional, it is repetition. It is showing up when you don't feel like it. Again and again, the internal war will never stop. But here is the truth. The winner is decided every single day. So show up, act, repeat, and slowly you stop losing.